Welcome to all children. In previous class, we had discussed about the germination and disposal of seeds, right? What is meant by germination? Germination means the growth of baby plant within a seed to form seedling is called germination. Okay. I'll ask another one question. What is the outer covering of the seed? Very good. That is seed coat. So these are the stages of the germination. Then disposal of seeds. What is meant by disposal? Disposal means it is nothing but it is the spreading of seeds. It has different types. Disposal by wind, disposal by water, disposal by animals and disposal by explosion. Today we are going to see about the vegetative propagation. So it is nothing but it is the reproduction of plants. Okay. So we have grown new plants not only by the seeds. We can get new plants from the vegetative parts like roots, stem and leaves. So this method of growing plants from their vegetative parts is called the vegetative propagation. Okay, so it has we can get new plants from the root and underground stem and stem cutting. Okay, so this is, what is this? Potato, isn't it? So potato is the underground stems. Potato is the underground stem. So not only potato, onion and ginger also. Okay, we can grow into new plants. Using this we can grow into new plants. Potato and ginger have buds on their surface. So these buds grow into the new plant. See here, this potato has the small buds on the potato. So each buds, it is grow into the new plant. So these buds of potato are called the eyes of the potato, right? So ginger also have the some buds on their surface. So it is also grow into new plant. We can grow new plants not only by the seed, we can grow from underground stem also. So this is new plant from the root. We can grow new plant from the root also. These are the root vegetables: carrot, radish and beetroot, turnip. Okay, so we can bury it in this into the soil means it will grow the new plant. Okay, these are example for the new plant from the roots. So next one, new plant from stem. So this what you have seen here, this is rose plant, isn't it? We have cut the stem of the rose plant from their parent and we will plant in another place, means it will produce the new plant, right? The another example, hibiscus, cotton, money plant and sugar cane. So these are called the stem cuttings. So these pieces are called the stem cutting and they have one or two buds on them. Okay, if you plant a stem cutting into the soil, after a few days it grows into a new plant. Okay, so we can get beautiful flowers from the stem cuttings. So this is another example. This is the hibiscus plant. So this is also a stem cutting plant. We will cut a stem of this plant, means we plant in another place, it will produce the new plant. It is also bear the flowers. Are you clear? So we can grow new plant from the stem cutting also. So this is new plant from the leaves. So this plant name is called bryophyllum plant. So see this plant, on the edges of this plant it has the budges, a small budges are there. So these buds are get down into the soil, means each buds grow into the new plant. Are you clear? So each bud of this leaves, it will produce the new plant. So when these buds get moist air, enough air and water, it will grow into the new plant. So this is the small bed which is kept into the soil. It will produce the new plant, right? Next one, agriculture. So what does agriculture means? The mass production of plants for food and other purpose. Okay, so that is called agriculture. That means in our day-to-day life, we eat different types of food, isn't it? Vegetables, fruits, pulses, these things. So these are we can get from the plants. Okay. So we get all these things from the plants and animals. To get these things in sufficient quantity, so we need a lot of plants, isn't it? So because we we need a lot of vegetables, we produce the lot of plants. Okay, so that is agriculture. The mass production of plant for food and other purpose is called agriculture. It has the different stages. Okay, so ploughing, so it helps to loosen the soil. Before the farmer sowing the seeds, they prepare the soil. Then next step is add fertilizer in the soil. So farmers are add fertilizer to the soil because it provides nutrients to the soil. So from the soil the plants get nutrients. Then sowing seeds. So after that land is prepared by the farmer, they sowing the seeds. Okay, which seed they have prefer means healthy seeds. Very healthy seeds are sown in the soil. Then next it will grown up, they spraying the pesticides. So why they have using pesticides? It kills the pest and protects the crops. A small pest are present on the crops. They want to kill the pesticides. Otherwise it eaten up. Then next step is irrigation. So we should give the sufficient water to the plants for their growth. So we didn't give sufficient water means the plant will not grow properly. So the farmers can't get any a good yield. Okay. So at last, after all the crops are ready, well developed, they cut and gather. The next one is the kharif crops. So some crops are depend on the monsoon. Okay, monsoon rains. So crops are grown from June to October. So these crops are planted in June and harvested in October month. Example, rice, maize, cotton and groundnut. So these are the example of the kharif crops. It depend on the monsoon rains. So next one is the rabi crops. So which is generally planted in the month of November and harvested in the month of April. So example, what are the example means? Wheat, barley and peas and gram. So these are examples for the rabi crops which is not depend on the monsoon rains. Then next I will give one question. Okay, take pen and paper. You want to note it and tell the answer in next class. Okay. So why do all seeds not disperse by wind? Why do all seeds not disperse by wind? I hope you will do, children. Thank you.